everyone, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Kathleen. In today's video I wanted to go ahead and share with you guys all of the books that I'm planning on reading during the month of August. And August is going to be catch-up August. It is all of the books that I meant to read during the previous months this year that I just didn't get to. I meant to read it, but I just never did. And a lot of these books are my wrapped books. I am doing so horribly with my wrapped books. In case you guys don't know, if you're new to my channel, every year I started doing this last year in which I wrap 12 books. They are just books that have been sitting on my shelves the longest. I just don't see myself picking them up anytime soon. I lost interest in them. So what I did, I picked those books that have been sitting on my shelves the longest. I wrapped them, and every month I unwrap one and I'm supposed to read that book that month. It's just a way to get those books that I'm not remotely interested in reading at that time, get them read and out of my TBR. I have been doing very badly this year. Out of like 7 books that I unwrapped, I only read half of them, and that's not a good thing. That is not the point of my wrapped books. I'm supposed to read them. So this month I'm going to be playing catch up. There's about 6 or 7 books on my TBR, so wish me luck. And so let's go ahead and get started. Alright, and so the first book that I'm planning on reading during the month of August is actually a book club book, and it is for the Once Upon a Read Along, which I co-host with my good friend Chloe from the Brunette Bibliophile, and it is Dance of Thieves by Mary E. Pearson. Now, Mary E. Pearson wrote The Kiss of Deception, and the Dance of Thieves is actually set in the same world, but I believe it's following different characters and following a brand new storyline, but it is set in the same world. Now, I have read the entire Kiss of Deception trilogy, and I absolutely loved it. I want to say that I read it 2-3 years ago, and it was actually one of my favorite books of that year that I read. I don't quite remember which year it was. When she announced that she was writing a whole new set of stories, a whole new set of books based on the same world, I was so excited. However, I still have yet to pick up the very first book, and I believe the second book is already out and the third book is coming out soon. I haven't really been keeping up, but I'm really excited that we decided to choose this book for the August book pick of the month. And so our live show will actually be at the very last Sunday of this month. We always do it on a Sunday. It's going to be at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time over on Chloe's channel. The next book that I need to read during the month of August is Romanov by Nadine Brand. This was actually the Biblio Squad's book pick of the month for the month of July. We have been having difficulty choosing our live show dates, so I don't quite know when our live show is, but we will be announcing it soon. I'll announce it on Twitter and I'll announce it on here. But this is supposed to be an Anastasia retelling, which I have never read an Anastasia retelling, so I'm very excited to read this book. I was supposed to read it for July, and then I meant to read it for Reading Rush, and it just didn't happen. So I'm still going to try to read it this month. The next book that I'm planning on reading during the month of August is going to finish up a book that I already started reading. I've been trying to read this book all year because this was my January unwrapped book. I believe it was January. It's either January or February. I think it was January. And it is Lovin and Other Unknown Variables by Shannon Lee Alexander. Now, this book I have a love-hate relationship with because I enjoy the story. I like what it's about, but I find the story to be very juvenile. I find the main character to be very immature. I find the language to be very immature. And so while I like the story, I'm not enjoying myself reading it because I find myself rolling my eyes so many times because of how cringy and just how immature the story is. It's about this boy who falls in love with his sister's best friend, and it's just really awkward and cringy, and I'm trying so hard to get through this book, but I really want to DNF it. I'm already halfway through the book. I don't know if you can see the bookmark, but I'm halfway through the book and I'm really struggling, but I want to finish this book because I try hard not to DNF books. There have been very few books that I have DNF'd, and I try really hard to finish my books, so I am struggling, but I'm going to try again to pick it up this month. And then the next book that I'm planning on reading is another book that I unwrapped. I don't quite remember which month I unwrapped, and I never even started reading this book yet. And it is The Love That Split the World by Emily Henry. I don't know what this book is about, and I've had heard very mixed reviews on this book, and that's why it kind of dampened my excitement over this book. I'm not sure. I am going to try to read it, but again, I unwrapped this book and I didn't even bother to pick it up. The next book that I'm planning on reading is a book that I tried to read during the month of May because I tried to read it for the Asian readathon that occurred, and it is The Gilded Walls by Roshani Chokshi. Now, I like the story. Like, when I'm reading this book, I I really enjoy myself. I like the storyline. It's really, really interesting. It's really, really different. But then I put it down and I don't feel like picking it back up. I don't know what it is. It's not a reading slump because last month I read a lot. I just don't feel like picking up this particular book. I am 100 pages in and it's been like over 2 months since I first picked up this book, and it's still currently reading. So I'm going to try to finish this book this month. I've been hearing mixed reviews on this book too, and that also kind of dampened my excitement over this book. And the next book that I'm planning on reading during the month of August is my wrapped book for the month of July. I told you this TBR is filled with my wrapped books, and this Revolution 9 by Greg Rosenblum. Now this book, I didn't read it just because I ran out of time. I had a great reading month during the month of July. I cannot wait to film my wrap up because I did awesome, and I just didn't pick up this book. I kind of like really ran out of time, and I really meant it to. I actually meant to read this during reading rush, and I had waited to read it during reading rush because it's a really short book, and I heard it's actually a really fast read, but I kind of ran out of time, so I'm going to try to read it in August and get it done. I need to catch up on my wrapped books. It's kind of ridiculous. And there you guys are. That is the books that I'm planning on reading during the month of August. Now I was going to unwrap one more book, my unwrapped book for the month of August, but I thought there's no way. I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna read it. So I'm not gonna do it. I'm gonna put myself even further behind on my wrapped books, and I'm just gonna try to read the ones that I haven't gotten to yet or I haven't finished yet. Let me know down in the comments below how was your reading month during the month of July and what books you're planning on reading for the month of August, because I would really love to know. Anyway guys, thank you all so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed this video. Please give it a like if you did, and subscribe to my channel if you're not already. All of my social medias are linked down below, including Twitter, Instagram, and Goodreads if you'd like to follow me on those platforms. I hope to see you guys on my next video. Have a good day guys, and keep reading. Bye!